At the beginning of the story, we see that a family shifts to a new house far away from the city. This house is right in the middle of a forest, where there is no other house nearby. The head of the family, whose name is Roger, had gotten this house at a very low price. And when these people put all their belongings inside the house, their dog stops at the door and does not come inside, as if it has seen something. Now these people try to forcefully bring their dog inside the house. But that dog was not ready to come inside the house at any cost, and that dog was very scared. It seemed as if the dog had seen something dangerous inside the house. But that dangerous thing was not visible to the other people. Now, even after a lot of effort, when the dog does not come inside, these people leave it outside. And after coming to a new house, Roger's daughters are quite happy, and all three of them start playing hide and seek. Outside their house there is a lake. And near the edge of the lake there is a very old tree, where Roger's youngest daughter April finds a toy, getting which April is very happy. On the other side, the girls had started the game of hide and seek, and Christine is wearing a blindfold on her eyes and looking for her sisters. When Christine goes towards a store to catch her sister, a piece of wood breaks. And when these people look inside through that hole in the wood, they come to know that there is another room inside which has been hidden with these wooden planks. Then their father also comes there, and their father removes the wooden planks fitted in front and enters inside that room. It is very dark inside. So when their father lights a match and looks inside, he comes to know that this is a basement where some old things have been kept. After this, Roger comes back to his daughters and tells them that no one will go inside because there are a lot of spiders inside that will bite you. After this, Roger closes that door. Now night falls and everyone starts going to their respective rooms to sleep. But then outside their dog starts barking very loudly. Seeing the dog barking, they feel something strange. But then these people don't pay much attention to it and go to sleep. The next morning when Caroline wakes up from sleep, she sees that there is a strange mark on her foot. She doesn't understand at all how this mark suddenly appeared. And when she comes out of her room, she sees that all the clocks in the house have stopped at 3:07. Seeing this, Caroline gets worried and goes straight and tells her husband all of this. Then Roger tells his wife Caroline that maybe the clock stopped due to some jolt while bringing the stuff in the car yesterday. After which Caroline shows Roger the mark on her foot and says, "What did you do last night?" Then Roger says that I did nothing. Now while both of them are still talking, they suddenly hear the loud screaming voice of their daughter from outside. Hearing this, both of them immediately run outside to their daughter, where they see that someone has killed their dog. Seeing this, all three of them are very sad, but they still don't understand how it died. Now once again a day passes and night falls, and exactly at 3:07 all the clocks in the house stop. That means the time of bad things has started again. Here Roger is awake because he is hearing someone's voice in the house. So when he comes out of his room, he sees his daughter standing on the stairs. Then Roger asks his daughter what happened, "Why are you standing like this at night?" To which his daughter says that something has happened to Cindy. She is behaving strangely. Hearing this, Roger goes to his daughter's room, and there he sees that his daughter Cindy is banging her head against the cupboard in front. Seeing this, Roger doesn't understand at all why his daughter is doing this, because she has never done this before. After this, Roger goes to his daughter and holds her hand, and makes her lie down on the bed. The next morning, once again, a new mark has appeared on Caroline's body. Seeing this, Caroline thinks that maybe she has gotten some disease. After which, when Roger is going for work, he hears the sound of something falling from the roof of the house. When Roger goes there, he sees that a pigeon has fallen down from the roof, and that pigeon dies writhing in pain. Seeing this, Roger is completely shocked. And Roger also understands that there is something wrong with this new house. Because ever since these people came to this new house, strange things have been happening. But then Roger doesn't pay much special attention and goes to work. After Roger leaves, his three daughters also go to school. Now here at home, only Caroline and her youngest daughter April are left. When Caroline comes to her daughter's room, she sees that April is talking to someone. Then Caroline asks her daughter, "Who are you talking to?" To which April tells that my friend lives in this music box who talks to me. And this is the same box that April had found near the old big tree outside the house. Hearing this, Caroline, taking her daughter's words as a joke, plays that box and starts looking at April's friend in the mirror of this box. But she can see nothing. Now here April tells her mom, "Play hide and seek with me." Then Caroline agrees for the happiness of her daughter, and after tying a blindfold on her eyes, tells her daughter, "You hide in any corner of the house and I will find you." Then April also does the same and hides in a corner of the house. After which Caroline, searching for her daughter, goes into her room, where there is a cupboard in the room, and that cupboard opens by itself. Caroline hears the sound of the cupboard opening, and Caroline thinks that her daughter opened the cupboard. So she tells her daughter, clap, and then two hands come out of the cupboard and clap twice. Hearing the sound of the clap, Caroline slowly starts moving towards the cupboard. On reaching near the cupboard, she hears the sound of someone breathing. Caroline thought that her daughter was breathing, that is why she tries to catch her. But despite the sound coming from in front, nothing touches her hands. Seeing this, she gets nervous and quickly removes the blindfold from her eyes. Then she sees no one in the cupboard in front of her, and just then her daughter comes from behind. Seeing her daughter, Caroline is amazed and she asks her daughter, "Where were you?" Then April says, "I was in Christine's room." Hearing this, Caroline is completely stunned, and she doesn't understand who clapped from inside the cupboard. Now night falls, and when Christine is sleeping on her bed, someone suddenly pulls her leg hard, which wakes her up. Initially, Christine thought that this was her sister's prank. But when she sees that her sister is sleeping beside her, while her leg was pulled from the front, she looks under the bed. But there is no one under the bed. And just then she sees someone behind the door. So she wakes up her sister Nassie and tells her that someone is watching us from the door in front. Then Nassie says, "I can't see anyone," and Nassie also goes near the door and says that there is no one here. But a very bad smell is coming from here, and then Christine tells Nassie that it is standing behind you. Now just as Nassie is about to turn around and look, the door suddenly slams shut with force. Seeing this, both sisters start screaming loudly. Hearing their voices, Roger and Caroline come running to them and ask them what happened. Then Christine tells that while sleeping, someone pulled my leg. But Roger does not take her words seriously and tells her that maybe you had a dream. But Christine says that it was not a dream, rather it came in front of me and said that I will finish your entire family. But Roger and Caroline thought that their daughter had a bad dream. So both of them leave their daughter's room, and we see their house at night time, which is in a completely deserted place. Here we see Caroline, who is not able to sleep because every day a new mark appearing on her body is troubling her, and she thinks that maybe she has some medical problem. Just then she hears that same clapping sound from outside the room that she had heard some days ago while playing hide and seek with her daughter. So she comes outside, but there is no one outside. And now just as she reaches near the stairs, all the photos that were put up on the stairs start falling down one by one on their own. Seeing this, Caroline gets scared and comes downstairs. But even downstairs she doesn't see anyone. Just then she hears that same clapping sound from the basement. Hearing which, Caroline starts going towards the basement. And reaching near the basement, she sees that the basement door is open. Now before Caroline can understand anything, she gets a push from behind and Caroline falls straight down into the basement through the stairs. Inside the basement she cannot see anyone, and then a ball comes and falls near her. Seeing this, Caroline gets very frightened. Now Caroline tries to get out of the basement. But then the basement door also closes on its own, and the light that was fitted in the basement for lighting also goes out. After the light goes off, suddenly from inside the basement comes the sound of a child's laughter. Hearing which, Caroline gets very scared. And she quickly lights a matchstick and creates a little light. But then from behind Caroline, two hands come and clap. Seeing this, Caroline screams loudly. On the other side, Cindy is again standing in sleep and banging her head against the cupboard in front. And the thud sound of her head wakes up her other sister. And she holds Cindy and makes her lie down on the bed. But then again the same tapping sound comes from inside the cupboard. Hearing which, Andy looks at her younger sister Cindy, who is sleeping. And seeing this, Andy gets scared. Because first Cindy was banging her head against the cupboard, but it is not known who is now still making the tapping sound from the cupboard. Now to know all of this, Andy goes and opens the cupboard. But there is no one inside. And then from the bed Cindy sees that on top of the cupboard, a woman is sitting who looks very terrifying. And then that woman jumps on Andy. Because of which both girls start screaming loudly. At the same time outside, Roger is returning from work. And hearing his daughters screaming, Roger comes running to the house. As soon as he comes inside the house, he hears his wife Caroline's voice from the basement. Then Roger quickly opens the basement door and takes his wife out. After which both of them start going upstairs towards their daughter's room. Reaching the upstairs room, these people see that their daughters are very frightened. Roger tells his daughters, "Will someone tell me what has happened here?" Then Roger's daughters tell him everything that had happened with them here. Along with this, his wife also tells Roger the entire basement story. Hearing all of this, Roger and his entire family understand that there is something in this house that is very dangerous. Therefore, the next day Roger and his wife Caroline go to a couple. The husband's name being Adam and his wife's name being Sophia. Both of them are paranormal experts who can control ghosts, devils, or any soul. Here Caroline tells Adam and Sophia that strange incidents are happening in my house. So both of you please come to my house, we need your help. But Adam and Sophia refuse to come to their house because they felt that this could be their illusion. But here Caroline repeatedly requests both of them and says that if you two don't come to our house, that devil will kill our daughters. Hearing this, Adam and Sophia take Caroline's words seriously and agree to come to their house. A little while later, both of them reach Caroline's house. After reaching the house, both of them are told that as soon as it becomes 3:07 at night, all the clocks stop and a foul smell starts coming from throughout the house. Along with this, strange sounds also start coming. Hearing all of this, Adam tells that all the things you have told us now are signs of a devil. Now here, while exploring their house, Adam comes to know that there is also a basement in this house. As soon as this is known, Adam and Sophia go into the basement. After going into the basement, Sophia hears strange sounds. Hearing which, Sophia understands that something very dangerous lives here. After which all of them sit at the table to eat food, and here, Adam turns on the mic and starts recording. After which Adam asks Roger, when so much was happening here, why didn't you leave this house? Then Roger tells that whatever money I had, I put it all into buying this house. So now I don't have enough money to buy another new house and live in it. On the other side, Sophia is talking to the youngest daughter of the house, April, and asks her, your mom told me that you talked to someone. Then April answers, he is my friend and his name is Rory, and Rory lives in this toy. Hearing this, Sophia takes that toy from April, and when she plays that music box, she actually sees a small child in the mirror on the front of the music box. Seeing this, Sophia asks April, where did you find this toy? Then April tells that I found this toy outside near the big tree, standing at the edge of the lake. Hearing this, Sophia comes straight with Adam to that big tree near which April had found the toy. And just then Sophia sees something which completely frightens her. Here Sophia sees a woman who is hanging from that big tree. Now here Sophia was slowly starting to understand everything. So both of them come inside and tell Caroline that we will have to purify your house. Although there are many souls here, there is a dark shadow here which has taken over your house and the land of this house. And that dark shadow is very powerful and dangerous. Along with this, she tells that when I came inside your house, I saw that dark shadow right then. It was standing behind you, and the second time I saw it behind your children. This dark shadow has connected itself with your family. So even if you leave this house and go, the dark shadow will not leave your trail. Because now that dark shadow has taken possession of all of you. Then Roger asks, what do we have to do now? To which Adam answers that we will have to perform an exorcism in this house. But doing all of this is not so easy, because first we will have to collect evidence that there really is a dark shadow in this house. And then after getting the evidence, we will have to give it to the church. And the church's priest will come here and perform the exorcism only after seeing the evidence. Now here Adam says that we should not stay here for too long because the shadow that wants to harm you, we are a threat to it. And it will never want us to stay here for too long. So both of them leave from there. And when both of them reach their home, Adam turns on the recording and listens to what he had recorded at Roger's house. But the strange thing was that in that recording, besides Adam's voice, there was no one else's voice. Seeing this, these people understand that that dark shadow is very powerful and it can control every single thing. Now here Sophia starts telling Adam the entire truth about that house, that in 1971, two couples used to live in that house. And that man's wife used to worship the devil, and that woman believed in black magic. But about this, the woman's husband knew nothing. And one day that woman burned her 7-year-old child and sacrificed him to please the devil. And when the news of this reached that woman's husband, that man hanged his wife from the big tree at the edge of the lake outside and killed her. And when that man was killing his wife, at that time the clock was showing 3:07. And from that very day, bad things started in that house. After this, whoever came to that house, the spirit of that woman would kill them. That evil spirit has also killed a child and a maid. That is why now many more souls also live in this house. Now while the conversation of both of them is still going on, they hear the voice of that dark shadow on the recorder. And when these people look towards the clock is showing 3:07. The next day, Sophia and Adam go to that house with a police officer and a cameraman so that these people can collect evidence. These people fit mics and cameras in every corner of the house so that if any movement happens here at night, these people can record it in the camera. On the other side, Sophia is talking to Caroline. Then Caroline, showing Sophia a photo of her family, says that I love my children very much. So you somehow save my children from that dark shadow. Sophia answers, don't worry. Just keep yourself strong. The more you weaken yourself in front of that dark shadow, the more it will start dominating you. Now here, after fitting cameras and mics throughout the entire house, when all the preparations are done, these people wait for that dark shadow. But tonight nothing happens in that house because that dark shadow is very clever and it gets to know about their plan. The next morning all the people eat breakfast together and Sophia, to give Caroline a rest when she is drying clothes on a wire. Suddenly a cloth flies away and that shadow stands in front of Sophia. But just then that cloth flies straight and sticks to the window of Caroline's room. But as soon as that cloth moves away from the window, Sophia can clearly see the face of that dark shadow. And now that dark shadow has entered Caroline's room. So Sophia starts running towards Caroline's room. But before Sophia can reach Caroline's room, that dark shadow pours a black-colored liquid into Caroline's mouth and takes complete control of Caroline. When Caroline wakes up, she doesn't understand what happened to her. Rather, she felt that maybe she had a bad dream. Now once again night falls and all the people are once again sitting waiting to collect evidence. Here the police officer who is with them goes out of the room and starts considering everyone as fools because the police officer did not believe in ghosts and spirits. And then the police officer hears the voice of a girl. When the police officer looks around here and there, in front of him comes the same maid who had been killed here. That maid shows the police officer her 2 severed hands and says, "Look what you have done." Saying this, all the arrogance of the police officer disappears and he runs screaming and reaches the other people and tells them that I have seen a ghost here. And just then here Roger's daughter Cindy again starts sleepwalking. But the strange thing is that the camera starts taking her photo on its own. Seeing this, all the people slowly start going behind Cindy, and Cindy, while sleepwalking, climbs the stairs and moves forward. During this, again the camera takes her photo on its own. After this, Cindy goes inside a room and the door closes on its own. Now all these people run and come near that room and try to open the door, but the door doesn't open. The good thing is that in the room where Cindy had gone inside, these people had fitted mics. And now these people start listening to the recording of that room where they hear the voice of a child. And that child tells Cindy, "Come behind me." Now here Roger was worried about his daughter, so he, along with Adam, breaks down the door of that room. But on going inside the room, Roger cannot see his daughter anywhere. These people search for Cindy on all sides, but Cindy is not found anywhere. And just then these people see a cupboard in front. When these people open that cupboard, there is a big hole in that cupboard. And when these people look inside the hole, Cindy is sitting in a corner inside. After which these people safely bring Cindy out from there. Now here April, who is Roger's youngest daughter to whom the toy was found near the tree outside, tells Sophia that my friend Rory, when he gets very scared, sits in that corner behind that cupboard where Cindy was sitting just now. As soon as this is known, Sophia goes straight into the tunnel behind that cupboard, where Sophia finds a rope. This is the same rope that the first owner of this house had used to hang his wife from the big tree outside. Just then suddenly the wood breaks under Sophia's feet, and Sophia falls straight down into the basement. That same music box is also kept there. And when Sophia looks in the mirror of that music box, she sees Rory's mom. And just then Rory's mom comes in front of her, and Rory's mom tells Sophia that I did not want to kill my child Rory. But that devil forcefully made me do this. Hearing this, that devil makes Rory's mom disappear, and itself comes into Rory's mom's body and starts beating Sophia. Then Sophia, somehow saving herself, starts running away from there. But just then that dark shadow grabs and pulls Sophia's neck locket. Luckily at that very moment, Adam opens the basement door and saves Sophia. But now that dark shadow had Sophia's locket, which had a photo of Sophia's daughter. Now here Sophia comes outside and tells everyone that I have come to know what the dark shadow here is doing. It takes control of the mothers of children and forcefully makes them kill their own children. And the marks that appeared on Caroline's body did not appear because of some disease. Rather, that dark shadow gave them to you. And now that shadow also wants to make you kill your children, just as it has made others living here do before. Now here the shadow that exists comes to know that my secret has been revealed. And just then all the stuff in the house starts falling here and there. After this, that shadow grabs Roger's daughter Nassie by the hair and slams her against the wall in front. But these people somehow manage to free Nassie. And then the entire family decides to come out of this house and leave this house. Because now they also have the evidence which they can show at the church. Now just as these people are about to leave from here, Sophia hears the voice of her daughter from the water of the nearby lake. Hearing this, Sophia gets scared and she goes towards the lake. Where in the water of the lake she sees the dead body of her daughter. Seeing this, Sophia gets very frightened. And she quickly comes back inside the house and calls her home and talks to her daughter. And she comes to know that her daughter is safe and sound. Hearing all of this, Sophia takes a breath of relief. But crying while hugging her husband, she says that this is a warning being given to us by that dark shadow. After this, Sophia and Adam reach the church's priest and show him all the evidence. The priest sees that dark shadow in those photos. But the priest says that we will have to take permission from higher up for the exorcism, which may take a few days. On the other side, that dark shadow comes to know that despite giving Adam and Sophia a warning, these people are not backing away from their work. So that dark shadow goes to Sophia's daughter, who is sleeping in her room. And just then that dark shadow pulls Sophia's daughter's leg. Actually, that dark shadow had reached there because of the locket that had remained with Sophia in the basement, which had Sophia's daughter's photo. Now here, just as that shadow is about to harm Sophia's daughter, Adam and Sophia arrive there and save their daughter. On the other side, we see Caroline, who has now come completely under the control of that dark shadow. And Caroline has seated her two daughters, Christine and April, in the car, which Caroline is taking back to that shadow's house. Now when Roger comes to his new house, his daughters there tell him that mom was behaving strangely and she took April and Christine in the car and has taken them to that old house. As soon as this is known, Roger calls Adam and tells him all of this. Then Adam says that Sophia and I are coming to that old house and you also quickly reach there. Here Sophia tells Adam that we will have to reach there quickly because that shadow has dominated Caroline, and now that shadow will make Caroline kill her own children. A little while later, these people reach there. Along with this, they also bring that police officer with them. Here, when these people try to open the door of the house, the door is locked from inside. So the police officer shoots the lock of the door with a gun and breaks it, and all the people go inside the house. Now when these people go into the basement, Caroline is about to kill her daughter Christine there. But these people catch Caroline and free Christine. Now seeing all this, Roger's youngest daughter April hides in some corner of the house out of fear. And all these people try to catch Caroline and bring her out of the house. But as soon as Caroline steps outside the house, strange marks appear on her face, because of which she starts burning badly. Seeing this, Sophia understands that that dark shadow will not let Caroline go outside the house. If we forcefully take her outside, she will die. So these people let Caroline go, and as soon as they let her go, that shadow pulls Caroline and takes her into the basement. After this, all these people go into the basement behind Caroline, where Caroline is very angry and these people cannot control her. Just then Caroline bites that police officer, because of which blood starts coming out of the police officer's ear. But these people somehow manage to catch Caroline and tie her to a chair. On the other side, Adam's companion starts looking for April, who had hidden in some corner of the house a little while ago out of fear. Now here Adam says that we will have to call the priest and purify this place. But Sophia says that it will take time for the priest to come here. By the time the priest comes here, Caroline will not survive. So now Adam himself gets ready to perform the exorcism. Then Sophia tells Adam that doing this is very dangerous. Your life can also be lost in this, but Adam says that God has created me for this very work. After this, Adam starts reading the book, and due to Adam reading the mantras, the dark shadow starts having pain, because of which blood starts coming out of Caroline's mouth. But Adam does not stop and keeps reading the mantras. Now before they know it, the floor of the basement starts shaking, and outside the house, black crows start hovering, and the chair on which Caroline is sitting flies up in the air on its own. Seeing this, Adam starts reading the mantras even faster, and then that chair turns upside down. Now that dark shadow, to stop Adam's mantras, drops that chair down onto the ground, because of which that chair breaks and Caroline becomes free. On the other side, Adam's companion, who was looking for April, finds April. And Adam's companion shouts loudly that I have found April, she is under the kitchen. And this voice is also heard by Caroline. Hearing this, Caroline runs to kill April and gets very close to April. Now just as Caroline picks up scissors and is about to kill April, Adam arrives there and completes the exorcism. After the exorcism is complete, that devil starts becoming weak. And now here Adam calls out the real name of that devil and says, Benzema, I swear by God's will that you go back to hell. Hearing its real name, something starts happening to that devil. But even now it was not ready to release Caroline's life. But just then here Sophia, sticking her hand out from a tunnel above, places it on Caroline's head and boosts her courage and says, You can defeat this devil. Just keep yourself strong. Along with this, Sophia reminds Caroline of the good moments of her family and says, Remember you told me that you love your family very much. And Caroline, remembering her family, starts coming to her senses. And finally Caroline's family and the memories of her children push that devil away from her. Now Caroline slowly starts coming back to a normal state, and that devil leaves Caroline's body and goes away. After coming to her senses, Caroline hugs her children, and with this film made on a true story ends here. If you liked this video, please subscribe to our channel and do like the video.